Hi everybody, welcome. My name is Brett McClelland. I am a lawyer with FH&P Lawyers. We are here today at Twin Creek Media because I have hijacked Clay and Tanvir's Law Talk podcast because Clay has repeatedly told me I have a face for radio and a voice for print. So I had to get some help from my friends over here, Sven from Freestyle BC.
So like Brett said, I am Sven, Freestyle BC. I was the one that picked the lock to get into the office here. Beautiful backdrop, very rustic, very fitting for our talk today. I'm the events manager with Freestyle BC. So what that means is I am essentially kind of an overseer coordinator of the event system or the framework that we have in BC, from club events, regional events, provincial events, a little bit of national events as well. Kind of just make sure everyone is running well and we're providing a good service to the kids. So I'm here with Brett. We're here to talk about the Okanagan Shred Sessions today, which is a new regional event structure that we've developed. FH&P has kindly sponsored this event sessions, and we're going to get stuck into it.
Sounds great. Thank you again for picking those locks.
Cool. So I guess we'll start with discussing what is freestyle. Kind of why are we here? Why are we having these discussions? So right off the bat, Brett, what is freestyle? Why are you here?
Freestyle to me it's my home. It's my safe space. It's where I essentially gained all of the intangible skills I needed to become the man I am today, which is obviously a lawyer. And why a lawyer is talking about freestyle skiing is probably an interesting question for a lot of people. Sven, in his role, has actually been getting me to come out and judge timber tour events for the past few seasons. Part of that was traveling all across the province, which is a bit burdensome for somebody with a full-time job. And that kind of led us into discussing the series we have started up here.
And they give you a fancy jacket too.
I do get a fancy jacket.
That's great.
That leads me to a really good point. How did we come to approach Freestyle BC? As I'd mentioned, I have been involved in freestyle for 25 years now, actually, now that the calendar turned over. And FH&P is very, very, very keen on maintaining its support of community groups. It's part of our branding, is rooted in community, ready to help. I saw this need, we had discussed this need for a more regional focused series in the past 2 or 3 seasons. I talked to the firm, I talked to the partners. The partners were ecstatic about the opportunity to dig in and help out, not only financially, but in providing support by myself being able to attend events, having board meeting space at FH&P be made available to Freestyle BC and Freestyle Canada. And the financial donation was, I think, very, very beneficial. We also have some sweet new bibs for the kids to wear.
Don't forget these. They are very fitting, very flash, very prominent. And thank you, dude, for putting these together. This is awesome. Love the new logo. Love the look. It fits the kids. So thank you, FH&P.
You are very welcome.
Very nice indeed.
Sort of selfishly, as a judge, I was very keen on getting us a new tent, which is supposed to be delivered right away, so that we can have some protection from the elements, because I think a lot of people forget that the judges are just sitting there with our little stenos. We're just writing by hand out there, no matter what the temperature is, no matter what the conditions are. Sometimes it's a little sleety and your paper gets ruined, and that's kind of problematic when you're trying to figure out who won the event. So we now have a swanky new judges tent.
So to break down, let's say, I guess, the freestyle sport, this is a sport that, for anyone that doesn't know, is moguls, slopestyle, big air, essentially everything that's not racing or ski across in the Olympics. My role, like I said, is kind of creating the entry point for athletes to get into the competitive stream. Brett, from his point at the FH&P Lawyers, he's the supporting guy that makes it all possible, possible so that we can run, for sake of this conversation, the Okanagan Shred Sessions that is in the Okanagan, as the name suggests, covering everywhere in the Okanagan, but some peaks Apex, Big White.
Don't forget Baldy.
Baldy, thank you. Silver Star. We have KR Academy as well, a for-profit club. Ultimately, these event sessions are open to anybody that has a membership with Freestyle BC that is an active kind of participant within our community to come on down and have a good old time.
And Sven, you want to take it away on the dates?
Yeah, so again, this is purely Okanagan based. We have one actually coming up real soon at Silver Star Mountain Resort. That is my home mountain, so super excited for this one. January 18th and 19th. It's going to be actually a free ski, kind of a big mountain event followed by a big air event, which is super cool. The free ski world is kind of really starting to grow, so we're making sure that our kids are getting opportunities to ski within those kind of situations. Following up that is the Apex Moguls competition, February 8th and 9th. And then Big White has kind of the, let's say the finals, the championship, if you will, March 14th, 15th, and 16th. I'm glad I wrote those down because I probably would forget. Big White, I believe, don't count me on this one, but Slopestyle and Moguls, might be Slopestyle and Big Air, but either way, all these events are going to be an absolute blast. Great opportunity for judges, new judges as well as old. Sorry, not old, but middle age, almost middle age.
Probably getting there, yeah.
People that are trying to become judges or new coaches or new athletes, like we said, new officials as well. Everyone can get involved. Everyone can learn and everyone can start using these opportunities as kind of like a progression through the pathway, right? So from here, you go to, from a regional level, you go to the provincial level. From the provincial level, you can take on national, whatever those positions may be, get involved that way, right? So we're, I mean, as you said, rooted in community. This all stems from the community of sport, and I think that's, for me, why I love the ski industry and working here anyways, is just, not here specifically, but working in the ski industry is all about community, and I think that's what's making it fun for everybody.
One of the things that I really like about this session series that we've been putting on here, or going to be putting on, is the fact that my first competition ever, I grew up in northern Alberta skiing on a tiny little river valley, and that's where I started honing my skills. And the first competition I had to go to was an 8-hour drive away, so you're sleeping in a hotel that is not comfortable by any stretch of the imagination. You wake up, you go to a strange hill you've never been to, you're sleep deprived, and you're just thrown right into it. You've never been in a competition before, you're nowhere near your home, you're kind of thrown off, and it can be a very overwhelming experience for not only the athlete themselves, but their parents who had to try and support this kid to get there, try and drive them down, or coordinate with other people. So we really wanted this session to be more like a traditional freestyle skiing session where you're just out with your friends. It's more laid back and it's a nice, gentle intro into getting your competitive legs underneath you.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Well put. Well put. Yeah, from my side of things for Freestyle BC, exactly what you said. It's about creating that fun and welcoming introduction to competition, right? So competition can be scary for some kids, especially if they're new to the sport. We're creating an opportunity for them to some degree, and most degrees, safety is a big concern. So feel safe within these environments where they can really perform, push their limits. And, when you guys came to us, that was the perfect opportunity. I think it's pretty fitting that there's a law firm now supporting the safety and the accountability and the credibility of our event system here. So it's perfect. Okay, well, that's about it. We are a wrap here. I've got a bunch of work and planning to do. I'm sure you're a busy lawman with your jacket. So we'll wrap it up. But thank you for, I guess, the listeners. Thank you, Brett. Thank you for Don't Tell Anyone. We'll catch them in the alleyway here. But thank you, Twin Creek Media, for letting us use the office. FH&P can't say enough great things. Like, this is amazing. Thank you to all the volunteers, again, the listeners, the officials, the judges, the coaches of freestyle, the parents, the kids, the entire community. From my side of things, anyone that wants to get involved, you're absolutely welcome. Silver Star, what are we? The 18th and 19th. Silver Star is the event coming up, just a couple of weeks out. Athletes will need to register. They can register at freestylebc.ski. That's the website. Just track down the regional events and you'll find the Okanagan Shred Sessions in there.
Yeah, come on out to the Okanagan Shred Sessions presented by FH&P Lawyers. We got a Big Mountain and Slopestyle competition happening at Silver Star, January 18th and 19th. We got Apex hosting Slopestyle and Moguls on February 8th and 9th. And then up at Big White, my home mountain, we're going to have the championships for the series on March 14th, 15th, and 16th. That will be a Slopestyle and Mogul competition. And we are hoping to have another fun little night event, but we can't confirm that yet.
TBD.
TBD. Weather dependent.
Mother Nature. Thanks, everyone.